there wasn't pain, it wouldn't be worth it. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Journey to Greatness, day 37. We've almost been at this for 2 whole months. It's been a beautiful journey so far. I can't tell you how powerful it's been. So, journaling and getting everything just documented and just keeping track of everything. I had such an extravagant weekend. It was absolutely phenomenal. I did get this meditation pillow. Check this out. This is amazing. Daoud and Buju actually got this for me, my good friends. And, just in support of our efforts, it was good to see them over the weekend. My lovely ladies threw me a huge surprise party, and all of my friends were there. At least most of my friends were there. And just the support and the love, and my family, it's just, it was just beautiful. So, this is really cool. And then a good buddy of mine, we went to Chelan. All of our friends once a year, what we like to do is we like to go to Chelan. And when we go, we all sit around, and it's like, everywhere you go inside the house, there's like good conversation happening. Nobody's hating on somebody else. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing that. And it's just like, just love and nurture all over the place. And so, people are having conversations. People are, just enjoying each other's presence, just living life like how it should be lived, And long story short, good morning. My buddy Adam, delivered by Mark, he actually made this meditation bench for me. He made it from scratch. He stained it. I mean, check it out. It's pretty cool. And on the side, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it has an Om symbol, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to use this today. And I think it should be good. So what you do with this is, eventually what we'll do is you'll get good enough to meditate for an entire hour, right? But what you do is you put this down. Like so. And then put this under your behind, under your feet, and then it gives you a support so you can sit down like so. So, yeah. So let's get into our meditation. I'll set the clock. Well, that was nice. Not too bad, actually. He said my legs might go numb, but no, not at all. Okay. Good morning to everyone else who just joined us. Let's see who else is with us. Hey there, Daoud. Good morning. Liz, what's up? Hey, cousin, how are you? I acknowledge you. I see you. Beautiful. So let's get into our reading session here. Oh, side note, I have to mention this before I forget. Two things. While I was out this weekend, I was able to actually talk about. There was a situation where one of my brothers was like, "Hey, you know, okay, never mind. I'll just write it down. We'll talk about it." Um, Mm. Okay, so welcome back. Um, no, what I was, man, there's so many revelations happening here. It's crazy. So, yeah, over the weekend, I was having a conversation, and I was actually able to reference this book and what Tony Robbins said, because in one of the sections he says, well, if you're concerned about investing or you're a little bit pessimistic about it, then um, make the move. So do your research and then make the move. Don't wait, because if you wait on the sidelines, then the opportunity will pass you by. So when you take the risk, just figure out a way how to minimize your risk to the absolute maximum percentage, and then um, take the risk. Obviously, if you feel like it's worth it. So that was pretty cool. And then I usually I was watching a football game yesterday, and I saw a commercial, and it was like, don't let a financial advisor rob you of fees every year. Find a company that you can trust. Blah 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 blah. Whoever. And I was like, holy smokes! I was like, that's exactly what we're reading in our book. I was like, like Tony Robbins has been talking about nothing about, like, investing into index funds rather than regular stocks. Um, Individual performing stocks, watching out for financial advisors who take a lot of fees, 401ks that don't produce well. That was actually another point I was able to have. I was like, hey, I was talking to my brother, and I was like, hey, when was the last time you checked your 401k? And he was just like, oh, I actually just moved it. I was like, oh, really? Why? Is it because of the fees? Boom, conversation. It was awesome. Um, And he's like, yeah, actually it was. And then it snowballed from there. So my point is it's pretty cool that we were able to have real life application of a book that we're reading, and actually have conversation around it. So it'll be good to get more books in our graveyard. Let me see here. I don't like that, in our graveyard, the book graveyard. I think, our library. We'll start saying our library. That's a lot better. Every time we finish a book, we'll call. It'll be retired into our book library. All right. So welcome to the journal session. Okay. I'm wishing everybody out there a very, very good day today. Make sure to work out. Keep yourself healthy as best as you can. And I'll see you all tomorrow at 5 a.m. for day 38. One tip or one thing to remember as you're journaling. It's a really powerful tool, by the way. But as you're journaling, don't write hopes and dreams. Write realities. And what I mean by that is, I wish to be a better person. Pause. Scratch that out. I am so pleased with the man that I've become, or the woman I've become, or the person I've become. I love that I'm so loving. I love that I'm so trustworthy. I love that I'm so loyal. I love that I'm such a good friend to the people around me. I love that I'm a good brother. I love that I'm a good son, so on and so forth. Rather than I wish to be, I hope to be. Doesn't matter what you did yesterday. Doesn't matter what you did the day before. Doesn't matter what you thought right before the session. You're a different person every single second, every single minute, every single day, every single year. You change. Whether you realize it or not, totally up to you. But you do change. And so when you define yourself rather than hope for yourself, more magical things happen. So if it's a personal characteristic that you're after in a journal session, then let it be that. If it's a certain scenario in a journal session, then let it be that. If there's a certain achievement that you want to have or you want to acquire, then let it be that. But when you let it be any one of those things, when you define it, it's a lot more powerful than you just hoping for it to happen. So you state it as if it's already done. You talk about it. You say, okay, this is where I am right now. Doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. Doesn't matter how much experience you have. None of that matters. Give yourself maximum minimums. So in a maximum of a year, maximum of a month, a maximum of 30 days, and maximum of 15 days. And then you allow the universe, because remember, universe is filled with an infinite number of specks of energy and opportunity. Things that you can't even imagine can happen. Things that I can't even imagine can happen. Think about it. We have our brains, right? We have our brains in our heads. That capacity is like a little, it's a 0.0000 infinite zeros one, right, of what the universe is capable of making a reality be. So why limit yourself to only this is going to happen? No, any thought that you have. That's why they say dream as big as you can, because there's an infinite amount of possibilities, things that we can't even fathom. Maybe we can say 10 or 100, right? We're talking an infinite number of possibilities. So when you're writing these journals, make mins and max. Don't even make a max. Excuse me, no maxes. Only make minimums. A minimum. And if it's a max, I guess you could do a max. I want this to happen, or I want to manifest X to happen in 30 days maximum, But then when it comes to making a goal, there is no cap, obviously, because as you just said, there's infinite space, infinite opportunity, things that we can't think about. So anyway, good morning. Make it a productive day. Hashtag the journey to greatness. Check us out. Like the page. Bear with me. I'm still working through the videos. And then at the journey to greatness, if you're making a statement or if you're doing something incredible in your life and you want to make mention to the journey, thank you for being a part of the community. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.